Hi everybody, Sarah here from FosterWikis. I'm going to do 10 top tips for avoiding allegations today. They are not about avoiding allegations in a child protection sense if you've done something or something's happened. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the sort of 80% or so of allegations that are unfounded, unsubstantiated, and can come from every direction and, not always the child, rarely the child. These are the allegations that you can avoid. So I'm going to read them off my list here, I will forget them. Number 1, record. You cannot over-record, frankly. Just make sure that everything is, recorded, is written down. I always send emails to back up incidents that have happened because it's a timed and dated trail of what's happened. Sometimes you can't always access online recordings and things, so in some way or another make sure that you've recorded things that you think might make you vulnerable, but also be great at recording anyway, because it's fabulous for services, fabulous for you, and it's fabulous for the children. Number 2, making a complaint. One of the biggest triggers of allegations, huge trigger. It's not that you shouldn't make a complaint, it's how you do it and what kind of backup you've got. If you want to learn about that, go to FosterWikis, look up the top tips on allegations. Also go into the members area, join the members area and read your role as a professional. It's all covered in there. It's not don't make a complaint, it's how you make it and how you keep yourself safe in doing it. Number 3, choose your battles wisely. Our lives are exhausting enough as it is, so don't go into everything headlong and angry. Just be calm. In fact, I've just done another video about that. Just be calm, be measured, be professional, and choose which battles are worth battling for your children or for yourself. Number 4, there are many ways to advocate for a child. And yes, indeed, this goes back to what I've just said. There are ways to do it. There are ways to keep yourself safe doing it. You wouldn't have thought, would you, that advocating for a child can get you into trouble, but sometimes it points out failings in other areas and that can leave you vulnerable to an allegation. So be careful how you don't not advocate for a child, just learn how to do it properly. And again, you can get that information in FosterWikis. So number 5, understand the limitations of your role. You have to remember that we are not and will never have PR, parental responsibility. They are never our children, however much they can feel like that sometimes. They are never our children. We have to understand the limitations. Remember that our work is underpinned by national minimum standards and statutory regulations. It may feel most of the time like you're just a family, but just bear in mind you're not just a family, and know the limitations of the role that you're in. Another one that triggers allegations all the time. Learn to spot the warning signs quite early. Is there something going on with a child or a teenager that, things aren't going terribly well that could spark allegations? Or is somebody angry around you? Or have you just changed social work and got a new one that you're not particularly getting on with? Have you made a complaint or have you suggested anything? Do you feel the rumblings going on? Get ahead of it. Make sure you're a member of the union or whichever support organisation that's going to be effective. Read the help and support page on FosterWikis for that. So learn to spot the warning signs and act quickly. Don't think things will blow over. Make sure you've shored yourself up in advance. Share wisely. Remember, confidentiality is key. Avoid putting things on Facebook, faces, even when you put the pictures up with the children with their faces covered over with a smiley face or whatever. It's still a bit of a grey area. So when you're sharing things online or when you're sharing things with other people, you have to be super careful to be mindful of confidentiality. Transferring agencies, that's another one. Wouldn't have thought, would you? But you can transfer agencies very safely. Go on to FosterWikis and follow the FosterWikis protocol for transferring agencies and look up all the top tips. There's loads of information on how to do it. There's a template letter in the members area. The thing is to be very careful to share wisely and never tell your agency you have any intentions to transfer until you send them the intention to transfer notice, which is not a resignation. So check all that on FosterWikis, make sure you get that right, because transferring agencies, if it's not done right, can trigger an allegation, because believe it or not, you're a really valuable commodity. Number 9, your social worker is not your friend. You might be friendly with them, but they're in a professional relationship with you and they work for your provider, not you. So don't get too cozy over cups of tea and tell them your whole life stories. Keep a professional relationship when they come round, sit at a table, have notes, give them coffee, but don't get over friendly with social workers. They're not your friend. They form a good working relationship, professional working relationship with them. Last but not least, communicate wisely. That goes back to the no knee-jerk emails. Be calm before you respond. Sometimes go away and respond later. Sleep on it. Communicate wisely. That's a big one. So there's your top 10 tips. Hope they were useful. Do leave us some comments and please remember to subscribe and we'll speak soon. Bye.